Sorry for being late with this one. Hope you enjoy one. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin. I'll give my latest review on Digimon Fusion Appli Monsters episode 15. This episode is going to be about fortune telling, basically. Fortune telling, if they're true, if they're not true. We get opened up with Kieran. She listens to the fortune telling her, to set up a pose, a bunny and the outfit, Basically, she has to do a lot of weird stuff to hope the fortune comes true. She gets lucky, overall, She tells Haru about that, fortune telling, However, Astra, he doesn't feel that he did everything the fortune teller told him to, but nothing happened. But not as he seems. He doesn't believe in fortune telling, overall, because nothing good happened. He's the kind of guy, he doesn't believe in fortune telling. Of course, but Irina does, and eventually they butt heads. One of the overall themes of this series, in the beginning when they came together, those two constantly butt heads. Are pretty often. Irina trying to make superior to the others. Astra said just call him by his nickname, Astra, not Ostra or Ani. Not calling him by his real name, but his AppTuber name after being the version of YouTuber in the world of Digimon. They're trying to prove their point, but eventually they have to get over this arguing. Or eventually Sellavin comes up with an idea. Why don't you go see a fortune teller, not just a fortune teller Applimon called Tellermon. It's apparently Irina, believing in fortune tellers. She's gone to more than one. Apparently there's some at the mall, so she goes to see him. She listened to an app, that's basically about fortune telling, but it's actually run by the Applimon they're gonna go see, Tellermon, Apparently Tellermon's it's all about information and data cracking. Apparently she takes the data information, then she can scan the hell about someone and bring about the best possible outcome for that information. Basically, it's prediction, but it's not really true fortune telling. Basically data analysis and cracking it down. To find out the best outcome. Astra, even though he didn't believe her because he tried it, but the thing is he did. You see, when he did his stunt for his App2 video, there were some butterflies hanging around him when he was holding flowers. Apparently, the butterfly were a new species. If he just paid attention to the butterflies, his name would have been famous as a guy who discovered a new species of animal. And one of his friends who actually watched him they credited him, but if he had made the discovery first, he would have been famous. Basically, she gives you the information that you want to, but not in what you expect. But remember, fortune telling, you can't just believe fortune telling. Like most fortune tellers are fake, prediction. They just tell you stuff that you want to hear, Just get inside your head, Basically filling a person out. You think you want to see, taking money. Basically, it's like they're trying to compare this to a scam. But fortune teller, she has the ability to crack down data. So they ask her for information on where are the Seven Code Appmon and try to find the information, At first, she does her job, but then she gets infected by the L virus, so they have to find out what's going on. And we also found out that she's being infected by the L virus because the ball is stolen, so the team has to split up. Astra and Irina, they go at Tellermon while Haru and Gachimon goes after the mysterious invisible person that's going after it. And they finally meet her. The person they're meeting is Mediamon. She's one of the leaders of Leviathan, one of his groups. She's the one that we saw in the last episode who was drinking cocoa out of the cup. Who was in charge of the company. I can't believe she blackmailed the CEO. And now it's in control of his vast company. It's pretty dramatic when you think about it. When you look at this, it's definitely very unique. However, just as things are about to have to heat up, Ray steps in. He intercepts and gets involved in the fight. He using his hacking skills, he knows all about Tellermon. He also tells them that she's responsible for taking Applimon chips of defeated Applimon. Like what happened when Cameramon got taken from him. From earlier. It's pretty intense when you think about it. Right. And now they're meeting face to face with one of their major enemies, the ones who's been watching them all this time. using her stealth app ability, she has the ability to keep invisible, just to to watch from the shadows while she does her dirty business, or for Leviathan and the others. Meanwhile, you got on Astra and Irina, they're dealing with Tellermon, Tellermon, she uses her power to manipulate the field around her to her advantage, and they already got their Appli fusions out, they got Dokamon and Mediamon. However, they have to learn, and it's not about predicting the future, it's about you making decisions that's best for yourself, Basically, they say you can't rely on someone else to tell you what you think. You gotta think for yourself. That's what Astra's been trying to tell Irina. You can't let someone else make decisions for you. You gotta decide what you have to do. Basically, you can choose your own destiny. Especially if it's wrong, then you won't believe them. That's what Astra's trying to get through to Irina. Because this two has been butting heads for a while now. Not for a while. They sometimes butt heads, but now it's about trust because they are a team, so they have to work together. Like when Astra, he almost fell, got hurt, but Irina was the one who saved him. So finally, I had to put aside their bickering and trust each other enough. So much so that Irina gives him her super Applimon chip. Doskamon, her and Astra, they use Applink. They combine their super Appmon together, and together they feed Tellermon. Only by working together will we able to put their differences aside. They can stop the arguing. They have to work together as a team, and they have to realize that, And they do. They put aside their differences, and they work together. And not only did they defeat Tellermon, they got exactly what they wanted in an ironic twist, because Tellermon herself was one of the 7 Code Appmon. They were trying to look for where the remaining ones are, but they just got their hands on one just now, Code 4. That means there's only 3 codes that are left, That means that the 3 codes that are left, it's pretty. If we go back to how Haru and Ray are dealing with Mediamon, because right now, he's holding her own up against it, but they managed to defeat her and gain back the crystal ball, Even though they didn't get the exact information they wanted to, they now came face to face with their enemies, so they now know who it is they're dealing with, one of their major bosses, And, however, Mediamon's not gonna let this slide, she's gonna get her revenge on these guys, so basically she's got some plans in store for them, so she's not gonna let this go, And even a cup of cocoa won't fix that. If you guys get the cocoa reference, you should guys watch this episode and the last one. It looks like the next episode is gonna be about how they're gonna go through some kind of test. It looks like they're gonna find out the secret of the Appli drives and why they were chosen. Why are they the new Digidestined? Basically like that. I can't wait to see what happens next. I'll be on standby, but to be honest, I'm only doing this for you guys, just to force a habit. And sometimes I even bother if I keep doing these videos. Let me know what I should do. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed it. Wonder, subscribe. Thank you. This is Sellavin. Give my latest review on Digimon Fusion Appli Monsters. I'm out. Peace. Bye.